What's up, y'all? What's going on? It's your man right here, E1B, the comedic Hebrew. Just out here chilling on this Good Friday, the Sabbath, watching the wasps and the bees and the birds and the trees and the flowers blowing the wind. You know, just out here soaking up some of this fresh air before this storm or whatever. But yeah, it's been a minute since I made a post, so I just wanted to check in with y'all, see how y'all was doing. So, yeah, yeah, I watched the video the other day. Brother Zion Lex took the DNA test. That was what's up. Did a deep dive. Yeah. So that kind of inspired me to do my deep dive too, you know. But I found some interesting results as well, you know. Now y'all know, for the past couple of years I've been pushing this comedic Hebrew thing, and it was something that just dropped in my spirit, you know. Some people say that's pseudo, but it is what it is. Uh, and I discovered as well that we have ties with ancient Egypt, royal ties with ancient Egypt. Uh, two mummies in particular. Before I get into that, I just wanted to, shout out to everybody that support the Kemetic Hebrew movement. Uh, it's been a hard, lonely struggle because I'm not affiliated with a camp or anything like that, a debate league or anything. I'm just lonesome cowboy here in Louisiana. But I did a little tracing of their history, so I wanted to kind of share with the people real quick. But before I do that, I want you to take a minute out to like and subscribe to the video. Like and subscribe to the channel. Thumb up the video, and you know, I just hope I can be a blessing or inspiration to somebody out there. You know, I do what I do when I do what I do. Uh, I'm not looking for anything in return, but uh, if you want to make a donation or something like that to the research and studies in the movement, let me throw this in here for you. If you want to send an email or drop a line at the bottom of the screen, there should be a number, email address, and PayPal. Uh, before I get ready to say what I'm about to say. Now, these clouds are gathering up, which is also weird. This happened last time, more recently, the other day when I was, looking into this stuff. it was weird. Uh, but once I came into that knowledge concretely, which I already knew, it had already been downloaded into my spirit anyway. But to have it concretely in the physical in front of me is a different story. A lot of people were saying that I was an oxymoron. You know, Kemetic Hebrew was an oxymoron, and it was pseudo. How can you be a Commission and a Hebrew at the same time? And I explained that I'm studying Kemet, as well as I'm studying, the Hebrew language and culture, you know. So I'm not the one to like I know everything or something like that. You know what I'm saying? When something downloaded to my spirit, I had to, investigate and see what's going on. So I can feel it. And you can say it speaks to me, but it's just a journey I'm on with the Most High. And it turns out, excuse me, it turns out that this is for the people, because a lot of people have been trying to figure out, where we come from, what were we doing before slavery, how much of it's true, stuff like that. You I went back to about 1200 BC. 1200 BC. Uh, that's where I saw the remains of one of my ancestors. Tripped me out because, before I even did the DNA test thing last year, was that year before last? Yeah, year before last. Uh, I had traced my ancestry, my family ancestry, back to Virginia in the 1700s. But I had a feeling uh, that all that talk that was going on about the Lafont and the DNA markers, we got to have a J marker, and E1B1A is this, uh, you know, it didn't register to me the way that people were trying to tell the story. So I dug into my own, and I did a deep dive recently. There's the rain. It's like every time I start talking about this, it starts to, just to show you, I ain't tripping. There's sinus there. Look at this. Every time I started talking about it, I don't even think it was supposed to rain today. But I'm not spooked out. You talk about the spookiness. That's weird. I can tell you a story about that last time, but yeah, I might say I'm on some other stuff. But I mean, what was I saying? Yeah, it's for all of us, you know, and the information is out there. A lot of people don't want to take a DNA test and get into it, but I'll just tell you from my lineage, whatever, the majority of the people around in this area of Louisiana, uh, I went back to 1200 BC and found an ancestor that was in, I believe it was Cameroon. I believe it was Cameroon. And given the fact that I know about the Bantu migration, sub-Saharan slave trade, Arabic slave trade, I never really took a look at the Mexico City slave trade. And that brought me to the first ancestor that I could see that was labeled slave victim. Uh, so, there was one there was one in Brazil, a couple in the Caribbean. I forget exactly what it is. Now, I'll probably show you that in a minute, or later on when I edit this video. But yeah, it's some deep finding. It's actually, it's like I manifested Kemetic Hebrew into existence. You know what I'm saying? And it's overwhelming that, the Most High took the time to place that on my heart and give it to me to share to the people. over the past couple of years, I mean, it's been, I've taken criticism, good criticism and bad criticism, but I could have just gave up, you know, and not looked for the sources, but I found some pretty concrete sources. And from what they say, DNA doesn't lie. You know, all I did was I lined up the DNA with the history, and this is what I came up with. It's a long story. Okay, so some kind of way, we started out in Cameroon, West Africa, migrated east, migrated north, and migrated down south. Upon the time when we migrated north, we end up in Egypt. Of all the places in Africa, we end up in Egypt. And you got the Khorasan and the Yoruba. That's more modern. Well, no, I guess that would be ancient. That's another thing that you have to check out the Khorasan and the Yoruba. And there are other tribes. Other people have different stories. So I guess the more correct thing would be to say that I would have to check more into the Khorasan and become more well versed in those ancestors in the Europe. You know, but don't and the Bantu speaking people, because Bantu is a language. Uh, the Bantu language, Niger Congo. Da, 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 da. Anyway, so some kind of way, I'm looking at the results or whatever, and I almost don't even want to, mention it. But could it be true that we were Egyptian royalty? I see. That boy working. Uh, yeah, but could it be that we are sitting here? We'd have been robbed, raped, and pillaged. Uh, just taken over by not only what people call, let me be frank and say that I'm not. You got me saying I am not a racist, okay? Nah, but I'm not like hung up on skin color and phenotypes. Hey there, what's going on now? On skin color and phenotypes and you know the lookership of the makeup of a person, because you can't judge a book by its cover. I mean, you hear this all the time, but you can't judge a book by its cover. Uh, to me, in my eyes, white people are not really really white, and black people are not really black. That's just the facts, So racism you know, is a social construct. You know, it's an illusion. You know, just like prestige is an illusion. You know, uh, it's all based on classifications of people based on uh, a hierarchy that somebody set and now that it's in stone. In people's mind, it's not real. But what I can tell you is real is that we were in the west coast of Africa, and we migrated all over Africa, and we were pharaohs and priests, and I have the DNA to prove it. What I didn't know is that my family uh, was from the royal bloodline of Ramses III. I did not know that. Uh, what this means to me may not be what it means for someone else, but as of right now, I personally am taking my position and solidifying it in this world as a descendant of royalty, because that's what it is. Like, it's not deniable. I I didn't know, and the reason why I didn't know is because this information has been hidden deliberately to keep me personally from becoming the rightful heir to whatever it is that was stolen from us. Uh, Reality speaking, we may never fully get back everything that was stolen from us, because you know that's just the way it is. However, you know what? Come to think of it, yeah, we gonna get it. We gonna get it back. We gonna get it back. Damn that. We gonna get it back. I mean, with this, I don't want to do anything like drastic because I'm a peaceful person. You know, I have a lot of love in my heart for humanity. Period. You know, sometimes maybe too much, but uh, pay me what you owe me, like straight up. Right now, what's on the table is this HR 40 bill for one. Uh, Reparations for the study for reparations for the descendants of uh, slavery here in America. You know, like I said, long man, I can never remember the name of the HR 40 bill. Like straight up, well, we all know what it is. All right, but on the table right now, that's my main concern. Uh, and yes, we're gonna have to, you know, do some political speaking uh, to a lot of people. So we might as well just get ready for it because it's ours. I want my people to have it, and it's owed to us. Everyone else got reparations when the United States had a part in uh, their wrongdoing, or they want to provide, you know, refugee relief or whatever. But uh, we're like what, a few generations in, you know, 430 some odd years of being oppressed here in America. Exactly, it was. You see, for my family, it was 1472, I believe. Yeah, 1472. Yeah, and that was before Columbus so-called, you know, Sail the ocean blue. So the poem goes, uh, it's really about the storm. So I guess I had to just break it down to you and show you, you know, my result findings, some of them, you know. But yes, we do come from royalty. Uh, we are the E1B1A. I personally am a co-assigned in Yoruba descent, and bear with me for a moment as I proceed to call my tribe uh, from a sleeping state to an actionate uh, movement. And those of you who understand, what I'm saying, then you understand what I'm saying. But it's a difficult task. It's placed on me. Uh, it's a dirty job, but somebody's got to do it. Now, there is money involved. We do have to pay these politicians to hear our argument or to argue our argument for us, which means that we're going to have to uh, get back to the voting process and get the person that's best for the job to speak on our behalf. I don't think it's gonna be me. I'm gonna tell you right now. I don't really like doing YouTube. This is new. But this is necessary. So I guess that's my cue. I'll be right back, fam. I know y'all sitting like, why is he nervous? Like, it's really a thunderstorm out here, and it's not. Man, there's a brother over here on a walker. He was sitting right there. He ain't done no. He done ran in the house, and I'm finna do the same thing because my mama ain't raised no food. Hold on, y'all.